Let's talk about retirement. When should you think about estate planning?
Well, long before retirement, that's for sure. And I would tell you that you need to think about estate planning right now. So let's talk about what the basic terms are related to estate planning. What estate planning really means, King, is you decide who gets your stuff after you die. Now, you don't want to have someone else decide that for you unless you don't want to have control over it. But most people would really like to know where their things are going to go when they're no longer around. And when you're young and or healthy, you may want to think about this because that's the time to start. It's similar to a prenuptial agreement. Just in case things go wrong, you want to know how your marital situation would turn out. Well, this is inevitable because we're all going to die, so you might as well make the plans because it is going to happen. And what people have to realize, too, is you may have to change your plans with your estate multiple times during your lifetime because things and circumstances change in your life, and as a result of that, you may want to change your mind accordingly. So the first step is you need to have a will, and it's really amazing how many people I come across that don't have a will. So I just want to say this. If you don't have one, it doesn't mean that you'll jinx yourself and die as soon as you create one. That's not going to happen. A will is absolutely necessary. And there's some other things that you need to do as part of that process. You need to make a list of all your property, how it's titled, what the fair market value is, and what, if any, debt you have against that property. You should also take the time to review any insurance policies that you have and who the beneficiaries are. If you have minor children, you're going to want to decide who's going to raise those children and what the financial plan is going to be to take care of them. Along those same lines, you want to create a power of attorney and have a medical power of attorney because if you become incapacitated for a period of time, particularly before the time of death, you're going to want to appoint someone as power of attorney who you absolutely trust to make any key decisions for you. Along those lines, again, you may want to consider establishing a trust. And don't forget, too, that you should make your funeral planning part of your estate as well. How do you want your funeral to be conducted? So having an estate plan, and if you have one, reviewing them from time to time to make sure it still fits your needs is critical. And along those lines as well, you're going to want to engage an estate attorney, someone who's experienced in this to take care of you or to take care of this matter. And the other part here, too, which I didn't address, is estate taxes. Now, the federal government has changed with the new tax law to now it's $11.2 million if you're single and $22.4 million if you're married in terms of assets that can pass tax-free. In New Jersey, we have eliminated the estate tax, which is incredible that could happen. But there are other states that also have estate tax, so you want to make sure if you're in a state with an estate tax that you plan your will and all of that around what the tax implications will be.